Hey, what's up? Back at you with another video. Remember the other day I spoke about DJ Sbu's podcast, The Hustler's Corner, and how he platforms a certain people who are described as anti-Christian.
The caliber of our podcasters is so weak that any guest is allowed to just come there and say anything, and no one will say, wait a minute, you might be wrong here. The evidence says this and that. In this case, you will see exactly that from DJ Sbu. He simply sits there like a statue while his guest spews the most disgusting things you will ever hear anyone say.
Okay, cool, correct. DJ Sbu, you're pointing out something correct there. Now, this is one thing I've noticed about DJ Sbu and his platform. I also have my complaints about the platform. DJ Sbu has been also engaged in an anti-Christian. If you look at his channel, he's somebody on a journey. He's somebody who seems like he's twassing. He seems like he's undergoing Sangoma training underneath. So you're looking at a Sangoma, they're platforming Sangomas. And so DJ Sbu, I've seen him sit there and platform people who go on very mean tirades against Christ.
You heard that? Cool. And then I would go on to speak about Aikumalo, a man also recently on DJ Sbu's The Hustler's Corner in an interview with Nota over there. And I picked him up for his strange indulgence in adult sexual humor that mixes rape within there. That's his pronunciation of it. Listen, those women that he spoke about, and he said that they got raped in exile. He likes to speak about rape
from
in such a manner that suggests he doesn't see that as a heinous, ugly thing.
Yeah. You know, in every war, women are raped.
Yeah.
I mean, Germans, they were raped by the Soviets. They said 2 million
Even
Germans.
the Americans,
2 million Germans were. Those are laws of war that are not written down. Forget the Geneva Convention because they are told, kill the morale of these guys, rape their women, rape. Imagine a soldier. Dance challenge. So, let's also come as no, my wife is in DRC. They've been arrested by the rebels. No problem. You know, like
you hear that? And so now DJ Sbu has recently come out with a video, and this video has a man by the name of Dr. Khehlelezi, and it says Dr. Khehlelezi raped me.
Because abantu bathuka mina bathi Busiso siyabona ukuthi umfowenu ohlala umletha kwa Hustlers Corner kunento ezitrendayo bathi abanye abantu bazama ukumbiza ukuthi uyi-rapist. Abanye bathi kunama case aqeda ukuvela lapha online ukuthi khona umuntu wathi umhlwengulile. Kwenzakalani ngoba ngizwe ngaze bathi futhi bathi uboshiwe bathi usejele bathi kune case eyenzakalayo kwenzakalani?
Sbu, I actually don't want to talk about this, but ngoba umfowethu ubhuti wami siphusha sonke kakhulu. The honest truth is, if uKhehlelezi urapile, he needs to be punished for that. uKhehlelezi if urapile, he needs to be arrested. And let me tell you one thing. In South Africa, umthetho ufair to everyone. Umthetho ufair to bantu besifazane, ufair to amadoda. So if there is such allegations, I'm a detective and even higher ones, they need to do a proper investigation whereby balance of probabilities needs to apply. It needs to apply on my side, it needs to apply a side in Legacies. So maybe to brief you, inking as Sbu, engiyenza gize ngifike to that stage. It's about you. Who is Sbu? I'll blame you.
Man.
Okay, Sbu, ngizile podcast yakho. I think last month la ngafika ngakhuluma khona ngo-MK and stuff. And I even told people, guys, I have a problem with my Instagram. So I need umuntu ozokwazi ukungibuyisela back Instagram wami was hacked. People kept on sending me messages. Even now, I'm still scared. Ngiyabesaba amantombazane. The honest truth is, Sbu, ngithola intombazane from Cape Town. What is ongilungisela? I was excited and wow. Ngiyabahlonipha abantu abathi sikubone kuSbu because bonke ngibatreata ukuthi those are professional people. Right? Nentombazana sa chatter on WhatsApp and ngiyumfana, nginesithembu. I'm sorry, I know my wife, bonke they are watching now. But luckily, I ended up telling them the truth because noma ungazuqamba mangakanani kumfazi, it will always come out the truth.
What is the truth?
The truth is, sithandanile nosisi. Sigcine sithandana ngiyisoka ngumjida. Ma umjida, you respect umsebenzi wakho. Laphana ngithandane nosisi because sisi uthe I'm coming from a Cape Town. She's far. So whatever that you do, makuthiwa uyantshontsha indoda, respect abantu abaseduze so that they can respect you.
Respect abantu abaseduze so that they can respect
ngantshontsha nami umuntu ole kude.
So understand usho kanjani ngoba uthe lo muntu uze because athi ukuthi athi yena uzokunceda
Yes.
ukuthi ngoba uhackiwe
Yes.
uzokutholela back i-Instagram
Yes,
account yakho.
yes.
So usho kanjani naso ukuthi ngicine senithandana so uyintshontshe emaceleni.
Okay.
Uthe naso ukuthi wabona ukuthi man ngathi lo sisi muhle.
Okay.
Singahlanganisa i-professionalism nomjolo noma kwenzakaleni.
Okay, listen. Usisi uthe ngiyavolunteer mina ngizokwenzela. Wazi introduce kimi mina ngiyi-web designer. Wazisha talking high profile ngaye. Yabo, like every day we are talking. No sis, we are talking. Uyangichecka unjani, ni right nje, we are talking. So I ended up like, wow, sis, send pictures. Yabo, siyakhuluma nje. Send deep pictures. We talking. Yabo, okay. Agcina usisi I had to book a flight for usisi. Khehlelezi uyabuya ngala eJoburg. One of my houses Sandton. Makafika right ibhizi mina. Mangimfika usisi ngithola usisi. Hey usegoke kuthiwa yini see-through night dress. Lingerie gqoke yona.
Ukufika eqala yena.
Yes, ufika eqala.
Uvule lo bani iminyango.
Ulande ibodyguard yami.
Okay.
Bodyguard yami thatha yamdropa sisi naye indlu umuzi awuhlale nje umuzi it's a mansion house omuhle omkhulu nje usisi wafika wambeka khona. Sisi there's the house mina I can't stay here ngizohamba. Ambeka lapho sisi nawe uyabona la usisi shoot bese ethi ngizoba makoti la umuzi ungaka right ngifike mangifika how are you good ice hagane sharp ngimthola vele segqoke uhot yabo mangithi usisi ngaphansi akagqokanga
kodwa nawe unesibindi umuntu usekangena emzini wakho ungakazi uhlangane naye empilweni yakho.
Okay, Sibu ufanele uvume mawumuntu. That is the weakest point of a male noma us abantu besilisa umuntu wesifazane. Remember I don't drink alcohol, I don't go parties, mina sports sam umuntu wesifazane. So I believe that way. So right usisi makafika eyangibaba isitudla situfuza
Fresh.
ngizosho mfethu fresh but ke compared to my wife ngeke mfethu nabo mase bengisola bengithethisa manje impela wenzani uzobona ukuthi hayi out of 10 hayi yena ngizomnika 2 abantu bami yabo like isitudla yabona isitufuzo sisi angibambe yabo kunamabele amakhulu angiphushele kusofa enyowa phansi abela
sasuke ebhaleni azange ngisaxoxa ngento zama-hacking.
I need to be honest
into zama-Instagram angisaxoxi ngakho konke.
mfethu I must be honest kuwe manje angithi kumele ngitshele wena iqiniso ayangibamba ngiba kusofa mangiya kusofa ke engibone namthi hayi la ngeke la mangiya kusofa phansi ngigqoka ishort ye Nike yabo phansi yonke into yithi laba yabo mangithi nyathi ngiyafaka isidudla sila ibele lingaka baba ayi mangithi nyathi ayi akakabi ready sho ukuthi ngisheshisile uphezulu kwami
na uthi ufaka in
phela obvious ushafa
okay
ayi manje inkinga amathanga mkhulu kakhulu yabo mangithi nyathi udry engithi mina ngcono siye phansi ayisiye phansi ku floor sisendlini sisodwa
iplastic uliphethe
hayi akukho plastic mfethu ngikhuluma iqiniso angithi fanele ngikhuluma iqiniso mangithi sithi siphansi lapha ngithi ngiyazama lutho shuthi nami kade ngiqala yabo gcine ngichama emathangeni la ngizama ukufaka sukume sithi siye ebedeni manje sithi masithi siye ebedeni lapha ayi mangithi hayi man lo muntu uyableeda ngithi no man uyableeda athi bengingabona gijima ebathroom bathroom lapha ethi ngiyableeda avele enze njani afake ipads abuye embedeni athi no bengingaboni but I think into ezodlula nje manje ayi sure okay sharp ngithi mina you know what ngeke ngisakwazi ukuthi silale because mina ngisebenzisa izinto zesintu so ngeke ngikwazi ukulala nomuntu obleeda okay sharp athi uzoqhubeka alungise my Instagram. I remember asking her a question ngithi kuye how come angithi yabona moya indoda usuchamile ingqondo yaqala ibu how come uzile but you're not carrying a laptop because you are here to fix my Instagram iphi laptop
ngicela ukudisturb butwami na uthi uyindoda uchamile ingqondo yaqala iyabuya uchame ungakayifaki uchamela amathangeni kodwa zange uyifake
yes ukhumbula ukuthi netshitshi liyakwazi ukumitha bengafakanga try ukusoma ngisemathangeni makhulu ngisazama ukufaka kade phela shukashukane phezulu kwami kusofa so I'm feeling the pain kusofa ngithi mina ngcono siye phansi manje mkhulu yabo so yes emathangeni so sho ukuthi bese ngibuza no bese ngithi mina you know what tell me iphi laptop yakho because you are here to fix my Instagram
and says Z reveals shocking details about spending I can't see the rest of the title. We're going to be looking at the video just now. So in light of the whole situation that we've been dealing with, where we've come under attacks, very brutal ones, from content creators such as Khehlelezi. And there's been a joining, there's been recruits since then who have come out and they've been speaking about how South Africa is the child gRape capital of the world and men of this country should take responsibility for those kind of things. And I've taken exception to this broad brush where men in general are being asked or required to take responsibility for something so heinous. You know, child gRape and child abuse of that nature is something called satanic ritual abuse, and it happens with people who are performers of rituals, people who want wealth, people who commune with a spirit that is requiring them to do all kinds of things. If you really want to call out those kind of things and you want to be specific about it and and not be so broad. Call out a certain practice that is prevalent in South Africa. Call out those kind of issues. So now, with others actually agreeing with these criticisms and also echoing, people in general also joining in, chiming in, saying, you need to take responsibility. You need to be accountable for your race and what you are doing to your women, etc., etc. Stop denying, stop fighting it, stop trying to reason. And now the black people are finding themselves bombarded with attacks to go and introspect and look at their culture. We are at this video where we will just take a moment to look at our issues, if they are our issues, or a man who is actually involved in those issues, to be more particular rather than be broad. I think this is the best way to deal with it, case by case. As a person is caught, as a person is being prosecuted, as allegations are spreading, we pay attention to that and we stop just generalizing and bringing everyone into this heinous act. So we're getting into this video. Dr. Khehlelezi, the occultist, African traditionalist Sangoma.
Firewalls, because when you study programming, you have to study hacking so that when you build firewalls, you are able to try and hack them to see that software improves from viruses. That I'm a hacker, like I'm an illegal hacker. No. So in this other type of podcast, they are Kawati, Instagram, and someone who's a hacker back. That's how I got his number, because we were listening both to the podcast, because that's how we normally do it. We chill in, CC connected to the TV, and we would watch and laugh. Yeah, because we enjoy YouTube. Fine. So, Khehlelezi, he has 4 numbers. I WhatsApped all 4 numbers, and then one number which belongs to him eventually responded, because ezinye zisetshenziswa by his workers. So, WhatsApp is not hacked. No one has access to it. The reason why you can't log in is because you are trying to reset a password on an unfamiliar device. And you also have a 2-factor authentication. Where is this email address? Actually, he no longer has access to it. That's the problem. It 2-factor authentication emanates from this email address that you registered. So now you would have to contact your Instagram support. More about my work and career. I also build websites. I can develop websites and e-commerce websites. What's this thing? Pharmacies, so he wants to save money because rent iyadura. Ama-client wakhe athenga izinto online kwi-store instead of visiting i-store physically. How much I would charge him for an e-commerce store, and how much I would charge him just for a basic website. So, actually, okay, can I start with the work? I can't start without a deposit. Actually, account is using his wife's account. It's gonna cash deposit. Fine, that never happened. Then Khehlelezi actually wants to come to Cape Town to meet with me. It's during the week. It was the mining in the week. It's during the week. I'm busy. If I meet you, it will roughly be for 10 minutes because I'll be rushing home. Whenever the poem 7 I'm very tired to even have a conversation. Are you still there, Jismo?
Yeah.
Okay, Khehlelezi actually, okay. Ucela ungibhukhele i-flight, i-website le idizayinele eGoli kwakhe lapho i-IT guy yakhe ihlala khona. I'm gonna design it on his laptop because he doesn't trust izinto zakhe zibe kwabanye abantu. He's got like trust issues. This year, like, it's fine. He's gonna give me yonke cash e-commerce website when I get there. It would be too much cash banking. Any money over 15,000 has to be declared before you deposit it. Akandinikanga mali, akandiniki imali. I'm just stating the dynamics yoba ne-cash. Ingabi namsebenzi. Bodyguard ekuthiwa nguProsper goes fetches me an airport indise-Melrose Arc. I didn't see lento ithethayo athi ngibone indlu bankulu kwayo. No, he mustn't undermine me that way. Ekhaya, my daddy's house is just like that. Akho nto special. It's a 4-bedroom house, but umahluko yena le yakhe it's in Melrose Arc. Ekade tam indlu le ndikhulele kuyo it's in East London, Eastern Cape. So I didn't see anything wow to gush over Paklandlu. There's no sauna, there's no gym, there's no swimming pool. I went all crazy and gaga. And by the way, I also stay in an estate and a swimming pool. Okay, nevertheless. So, ube athi uKhehlelezi ukwigaradina ye-MK and uzoconsult ePimville. Athi when I go up the stairs on the right-hand corner, that's the room that I'll be using to sleep. Ndibuze, where is the laptop? Athi I must contact to SK. SK is his IT manager. Athi SK, i-laptop itshixeleke erumini kabrother wakhe. Remember, Mna, I can't carry, we had an agreement. I can't carry my own laptop because it's got work stuff. And once the laptop here, it's got a web camera, even if it won't record at that moment. But I can't even be next to a sibling when I carry a work laptop, because I work for an online gambling company. A lot can be compromised. As such as that, I'm not allowed to disclose even on social media what work I do. Even on LinkedIn, I would never disclose because of the contract that I signed at work. And it's about gamblisha home betway. Imagine lose imali in the I had nothing to do with that. Okay, nevertheless. So it was very hot. Under the aircon. There's an aircon in this room. And I'm one person that cannot stand heat. Yes, Jesus. And then when Khehlelezi arrives, his Louis Vuitton shoes, why unyathela such expensive shoes? These things don't matter to me. Like, you're stripping naked in front of me. Like, I'm just saying it now as a joke because obviously I can't own. Can I please give you a hug? Oh, okay, fine. Let me give him a hug. A hug is.
So he's a man with power, status, and he's got a woman in his domain, and the woman is there to do some admin for him, and now he's taken his clothes off completely in front of her.
It's just a hug. And then he started kissing me too, and I'll get ready for Leo into.
So clothes off first and then a hug, and now from hugging to kissing.
He recently had to SK Utyama drugs. So SK probably, what if we take a laptop? It's okay, I'm leaving tomorrow. What am I gonna do now? My flight is tomorrow morning. And such up a goal in the unpaid leave at work just for no, there's no laptop, there's no that. What am I gonna do? Okay, fine. He initiated having sex with me. I did not disagree. I agreed because the odds were against me. Ndibhukhelwe yi-PA yakhe iflight uSidudla, and eyokuqala iflight yangishiya because he wanted me to arrive on Thursday, and I denied arriving on Thursday. And I'm at his house, like, if I say no, it's going to be dramatic. Where am I going to go? Melrose Arc at that time of the hour. I decided, you know what?
So she's contemplating that if she says no, she will upset him or upset the logistics around her flight. He's in a position of power. She's saying she's vulnerable. he has set things up for her and now he wants to get something in exchange, and she feels that if she doesn't give in, everything that is said will fall apart, and she feels like there's a trade. She's been put in a position to trade.
Let me let him do what he wants to do. And then his penis is so large. I started bleeding, and I even told him it's painful. Okay, I took a shower and I like pants. I took a please check how are you bleeding so that's all make it down because we bleed. Yena akanandaba inkomo iyaqhelwa noma uyableeda. So he looks at my pad. I take off my pad. He looks at it. There was not even one drop of blood. And then he requested a woman on top. I did it. He requested a blowjob. I did it willingly without even being.
Okay, so she's now willingly complying to the things he's requesting for her to get on top. And it seems there's also a fellatio about to go on over here. And where does all of this start? Is Dr. Khehlelezi in a relationship with this woman? Has he courted her? Has he treated her well? Has he ever expressed a desire to be with her? Is he just trying to get his rocks off? Is he just trying to have a good time with a female who's nearby?
I just decided, you know what? And if Mamuza, in between what I was doing, I kept on drinking pills. I kept on taking anxiety pills so that delay in the mood to do whatever he wants because I'm already here. It's just one night and tomorrow I know I'm leaving. It's shy. I'm never going to come back here. Okay, then athi eshina nazi phone yami ngilungiselela uInstagram andikwazi ungena kuye. I-password yami ngu-2021-22. And then he sleeps, he passes out. When I struggle to sleep, phone I still couldn't fix to Instagram because to Instagram he must go back and log in with Samsung Samsung SF. Reset the password plus Samsung SF in order for him to have access to WhatsApp because to Instagram because the Instagram is not blocked. And so what I requested when he initiated sex, I said please work on it because I decided the status I haven't tested in a year. I don't know my status. I also don't know yours. So please use a condom. And again, he took out a 500 milliliter bottle of baby oil. By the time he's watch it will.
So, yeah, it's happening. So, she says at the beginning of all of this, she gave in to his will and said, could you maybe use a condom because I don't know my HIV status and I don't know yours. I haven't tested in a while. So, could you use that? And he pulled out a bottle of baby oil and she just described that he applied it on his dick and said that he cannot be infected with HIV. It's not possible. And so beyond that, he proceeded to have his way with her in the flesh.
As a condom. He's lying and he's exaggerating.
Yeah, so the baby oil, the coating on his member would be the protection between him and her. What about fluids coming out of himself into her?
He has the baby oil, just like PTD. Does he have the same problem all the time? Baby oil. Okay, we leave that, we move along. So in the morning, I had lost my eye.
So she notes that this baby oil that is readily available seems to be there purposely because he frequently finds himself in a situation where he has to use it. That's her observation.
So I had to rush to the police station at the airport to do an affidavit so that I'm able to fly. But we have He never gave me 3,000. I did not even ask him for a cent. I was nauseated in the morning. I can even show you videos when we were in the Uber. I was hardly ever talking to him. He was the one that was busy gossiping the whole journey through to OR Tambo. I was quiet. I was asking myself questions. Why am I here? Why did I agree to this? Now I'm a cheap, dirty person with a higher body count and probably lower chances of commitment, because if I tell my boyfriend what I had did, chances he will never want me again. Okay. I got to Cape Town, one Musman actually, I said, yeah. I kept quiet, I didn't speak. Then late he said, oh, so why you chilling the whole day? Did you have been sleeping? Then I was lying because I really had no conversation.
So he's now checking up on her. It's the following day. And did she say she has a boyfriend and she had to hide this from the boyfriend? So how does a man take off his clothes in front of another man's woman and say, let's go, I'm me, I'm the guy, this is the package, you get it? If she has a boyfriend, this has always been an offensive thing, but I'm just saying, now that there's a man involved, this would go to show that this woman should not have been put in that position, yeah? Well, naturally, she should never have been put in that position, but she's got reasons to state, to say, look, I actually have a man of my own that I respect, that I'm intimate with. So I could not have gone to Khehlelezi with the expectation to do that. There's nothing in our conversations prior to that moment that suggested that I wanted to do that. And so I'm a woman who was committed to my man and I found myself in this position. Does a court give any thought, any ear to that? I think it does. Yeah, imagine if it was a married woman and she says, look, my husband did not know about this, did not expect this. I go to my client's offices or premises and I do the work that I'm required to do. And then I, now a married woman, faced myself with a naked man who, under the situation, I allowed myself to have him do his will because I saw complications. My head was in a state. I felt under pressure, some kind of duress. The court would be able to listen to that.
And so, what else happened? Oh, and so that was just about, the question. I'm going to forward you the question. I'm going to forward it to you now on WhatsApp. One moment. I love speaking and stating facts. Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm still here.
Okay. I'm going to show you the amount of calls that he called me, and I'm going to show you also the conversation. I'm going to say in which picture I am when I told him, I guess. There you go. Okay, so I said to him,
So there's a nude picture of hers that he's in possession of, and she's sharing screenshots of that conversation she had with Khehlelezi with Sbu.
Why am I quiet? Why am I not talking? What am I doing? Then again, I'm going to fetch my cleaner. I get question marks, I ignore them. I'm very busy. You can read the conversation. You can open your WhatsApp now and that again, like, I've never voiced out how I feel about you. I really don't like what you did to me. Taking advantage of me, designing websites is my business. You took advantage and did not even use a condom without my consent. How does that make you feel? More of a man sleeping with a vulnerable woman. We wanted a message to open once.
No, I can't open it while I'm talking.
You can actually. You can. You can. Go on your WhatsApp. The call won't drop.
Okay.
So
Yo, does DJ Spoo sound sleepy on this call? Is it impossible to multitask, be on a call, and get inside WhatsApp?
Bathumelela inude yamabele wami. Cabanga he took my nude picture of my breast while I was there sleeping under the aircon. So he's trying to silence me by that picture. It opened once. And I said, what does that mean? Does that give you consent not to use the condom? Actually, I also have your pictures. I'll use them in court. I won't show them to the sender. Threaten me all you like. Okay, fine. So, the case.
So, straight, he checks her the following day and then he sends her a view once image, that which you open and then it expires. And then, meaning that I got you, I got something. What's on your mind? Are you okay? I'm worried. How do you feel about what happened? And by the way, here's a picture that I got of you from last night. What does that suggest?
Is open chair in Cape Town. Yes, it is a high-profile case because even the provincial commissioner himself, no warrant officer mayors, and Joburg, but tumela a copy of the docket. Allow me docket and go at a normal police station because there are a lot of it might attract public interest. Information and sell it. Ne? So it's at the provincial office that detective Baloi, the one that's been assigned to the docket, was a specialized crime department. Akasebenza nase police station law, that's only the case. Had the copy, so he called Khehlelezi wanting to take his statement before he can come to Cape Town to take the original docket. Then we prosecutor, so the prosecutor can decide on which charges they can prosecute him on. Because firstly, I did not lie. I don't know what rape means. I think rape means when someone wants to have a sexual activity with you, no, that's rape. With me, I never said no. The only thing I only begged him to do was to use a condom, and he refused. Instead, was Thomas Johnson & Johnson baby oil. And I wasn't even in love with this person.
So, she's explaining her conundrum. She's saying according to the definition that she knows, rape is when somebody initiates to have intercourse with you, you refuse and they continue doing it. But she says she has a problem, even though she's opened a case. She gave in. However, she's stating that she asked him to do one thing if their exchange were to continue, and he refused that. So it's like where a woman would give you consent initially, and then her expectation is that you're not going to wanna be wild, freaky, demonic. She's expecting normal, loving exchange. And then, because she has granted consent to that, you now decide to go full demon and you wanna go non-stop completely the whole night because you've taken some drugs that she was not aware of. And now you don't wanna stop. And at some point she says, but no. But then at first she said yes. Now the court has to decide. Bro, she did say yes, but eventually she said no because she didn't agree to the demon. She agreed to sleeping with you in a romantic way, but you decided to turn into a monkey that night. So we are gonna release you or incarcerate you.
Slept with him under duress. I didn't have a choice. When this was happy, I was already there. And then I thought, he's got tequila in his house. He takes tequila shots. Okay, tequila, doesn't it count as alcohol?
It does.
Oh.
Exactly. So him being there, mentioning my name and the type of work I do, online game, that's totally irrelevant. He's my stating, when I said
So he's gone on an episode himself, there's Khehlelezi, and the thumbnail says Khehlelezi denies gRape allegations. So it seems this response comes as this lady has watched this episode, and I don't know, maybe, and she says that he said some things on the podcast to try to tarnish her reputation, to make her look like a person who is bad, a person who would find herself in this situation if it were to happen to her, a person who deals with sketchy things that were coming to her, like working for an online gambling company. I'll go watch the episode.
Him this message, but how does it make you feel that he took advantage of me and stuff? I expected him to say, I'm sorry, I did that to you. I acknowledge that it's wrong, and then to block me and not make contact with me, because this contact thing was not doing well with me. Like, I was nauseated that I was treated so cheap and dirty like this. Yes, there is a case. It's 4 counts of rape. I even asked the prosecutor, I'm sorry, the detective may ask, why is it 4 counts of rape? Educate me. I don't understand. Bati Babala in rounds. Bati Babala, the blow job, the woman on top, and how many times he was on top of me. So it's 4 times. That's why they say 4 counts of rape. When they arrest him, he won't be granted bail. So yeah, he was busy. He's got a friend that's a policeman. Remember, when I was 6 years old, I was raped by my uncle. That case is on the system. I don't know how Khehlelezi got to know of that case. Obviously, he's got police friends. So he's going around lying and saying that, that's a lie.
So the lady has an existing case in the system from when she was a child, and Khehlelezi has seen it, and he has gone now telling people, along with the other details about her working for a degenerate gambling company, therefore she's a degenerate who deserves this. She's telling people that she's used to doing this, she does this, there's nothing here, she's done this before, it has happened to her before.
The last time, the first time I was raped is when I was 6 years old. Khehlelezi's situation is the second time around. So he cannot go around a 6-year-old child. How does a 6-year-old child lie about being raped? Yes, my uncle raped me. I was 6. I didn't know what he did to me. I had to explain. I was given objects to explain what he was doing to me, what he put into me. I was even given a pencil. I said, no, it was bigger than a pencil. He inserted it inside of me. So, like, a lot of things. So, him bringing up a rape case when I was 6 years old, it really hurt me the most. And it makes me hate him even more. He can fight me all he likes, but bringing up my past rape case is not for him. And I Sebenzela Nasa court law, even my detective did say that won't work in court. Just because I was raped previously doesn't mean that I'm lying about him. And I did not lie. I told the truth that I did not refuse his advances, but I advised him to use a condom.
And was he in a position to make those advances? Is that a healthy expectation of him? Is that a healthy expectation of her from him? Did he take her out on dates, do the due diligence for him to request that?
No, Nkosi so much, my sister, for ukungifonela. I'm not with him now. He left earlier. We recorded earlier, and the episode is only going to be broadcasted in a week's time or in 2 weeks' time from now. But
link, and I heard my name. He's mentioning my name. My reputation is on the line. Yo. This man.
So do you want us to do a recording with you as well to hear your side of the story?
Yes.
When are you
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So it seems like somebody leaked or shared the link with her so that they can get right of reply, so that they can get her side of the story before the episode airs. And so I don't know, has she watched the full episode or was this a short clip shared with her? But there we have it. Spoo is going to be accountable. He's going to give her an opportunity as well to be on the show, having allowed him to be there. And yeah, man, let this be the course of justice, man. Let this be how the situation is treated. I think that is okay. This will take place in the courts, but Khehlelezi has decided to come and defend himself in public, and the woman is not feeling in any way ashamed, and she has given her consent for these statements of hers to be out in the open, even though the matter continues in court. This is normal. It does happen. People can choose to defend themselves or keep quiet until they are cleared in a court. But Khehlelezi has said, no, I will defend myself in public, and so now there's a court in the public now. Khehlelezi has had his time in front of the judge, Sbu Liope, and now Z will come to also have her opportunity in court.
Are you gonna be in Johannesburg anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Johannesburg when I'm coming to meet the prosecutor, because the prosecutor is going to prep me not to break down in court when telling my story. But I'm very strong. I told them that there's no way that I'm going to break down. But anyway, it's procedure. So I don't know when I'll be in Joburg yet, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Okay, because as we are very neutral, we're just a broadcast platform, and we don't believe in any sister or any lady being silenced. It'll also do justice to the story, to hear your side of the story, so that you can also vocalize your story or your side of the story, and let's hear you out as well, so that you are not silenced. And just let me know whenever you're gonna come to Johannesburg so we can arrange it.
Yeah, please. And there's another lady by the name of Innocentia Silisa that phoned me. I don't even know her from a bio. So after his husband was shot and passed away on the 14th of February last year, it wasn't even a week. Khehlelezi, I wanted to sleep with her.
Oh.
And I asked the lady, did you allow him to? I'm not sure if she's scared of telling the truth. What you know, but he keeps on making advances. Up until today, he's making advances.
So there's a widow, and this widow is has an association with Khehlelezi, or had an association with the husband, and Khehlelezi is already making attempts to mate. And this woman has called this lady to say, hey, I can see the strangeness. There's this guy who seems to wanna shine kauzundlule. As I had suggested that young boys should be on the lookout. There's a new style. There's a way that you treat a lady. You hit her once and then you pass.
But I think she's got a lot to hide. Just like SAPS also found two other women from KZN who used to work in Ruben or his pharmacy that he slept with.
So there's two other women and two other cases, or one case with two women, I don't know. And those women say that he manipulated and tricked them into telling them that he was strengthening them, or the reasons that he provided were that they needed a strengthening, and so his member could do that to them.
Those ladies will have their own statements, but I'm for myself. I will stand for myself. But if they go to court, yes, I will support them. But this is not about them for now, it's about me.
So the episode is going to be broadcasted in about a week or 2 weeks' time. What you heard was, while we were recording the episode, we were live on our TikTok and our Facebook. So I guess that's where the people who sent you the link, I think that's where they got it from. But you're still gonna see the proper episode when it does air. Maybe around that time, in about 2 weeks' time, depending on whenever you come to Johannesburg, we will then make sure the stories are balanced and they're equal, and they're broadcasted maybe one after the other. And then obviously the audiences will make their own judgments. But we also want to make sure from both sides we are very neutral. But we also would like to not include ourselves in the case, because little did we know that the episode that we were going to record today, this was what was going to come out. So now we were just going to record a normal episode, and it so happened that after I just asked one question and all these revelations came out, and now that we find ourselves here, it would be only best and it will be only fair for us to give you also an opportunity to tell your side of the story. So do let us know when you do come to Johannesburg.
Oh, definitely. But between me and you, in 2 weeks' time, you will be arrested.
Oh, you'll be arrested? There, it's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you like, hope you comment, hope you share and subscribe. We will be following the story. I think 2025 is the year to really clean house. Khumalo and a whole list of other people have taken this moral high ground, and they've stood up there on the mountaintop like gods. They've said, look at those NPCs, non-player characters. We will give them influence. We will tell them of their wrongs. We are not wrong. We are pure. We are righteous. And if you, dude, are going to expect people to take your judgment at the bottom, be sure to take it when they point fingers at you and they say, hey, yo, man, you don't seem so pure yourself up there. If you want black people to take responsibility for littering, etc., you need to also take responsibility for the things that you say. And so we are all taking responsibility. If we are drunks, if we are debaucherous, if we are corrupt, if we are incompetent and inept, and we have to now look at ourselves, as Khumalo has been saying, he needs to take a good look at himself because he's a very serious part of the problem. I will see you next time. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.